What you're about to watch is a completely raw, basically unedited, and basically uncut version of a Lions fan reaction to this week's game for the Detroit Lions. So if you're a fan of this team and you want to join in on the misery and little bit of optimism that we have, go ahead and join this Detroit Lions community by subscribing right here and hitting that bell notification so you don't miss any of the Michigan sports action. Now, without further ado, here's that reaction that you came for. Enjoy. Woo! That was a good win, man. That was a good win. Like, I know it's just Washington. I know they were 2-6 going into the game, and they're now 2-7, but it was so exciting. It was such a good game. We were up 24-3, okay, and all of a sudden, like, while we're calling the game, my co-host Phil and I are just having a blast talking about everything under the sun because it's 24-3. We got this game wrapped up, right? No, we don't. We just keep talking and talking and talking, and all of a sudden, it's 24-17, and then it's 24-24, and we're like, yo, it's a tie ball game. We should start paying attention to this game again. Live streaming is just a very weird thing. It really is. Let's go over some stats. We got the W, obviously, 30-27. Matt Prater nails a 59-yard game winner. Hit a long distance shot earlier in the game. Great job for Matt Prater to bounce back and say, hey, I'm going to start hitting these long field goals. He's missed 6 this year, and most of them have been long shot. Today, he was on point. He said, you know what? I'm Matt Prater, and I'm here to play. He was consistent. Good win for the Lions. We go to 4-5, and we don't lose our opportunity to possibly play for the playoffs. I know the playoffs are they're probably doubtful at this point. But we are 4-5, guys. We can do it. We can do it. If this team hits fire, if we catch fire, we can do it. We have the possibilities. We have the capabilities. We have the talent to get to where we need to go. We just have to continue to play well. Problem is, down the stretch, man, we play a lot of tough opponents. But we're not going to worry about that now. We're going to worry about today. And today, we got the W against a very efficient Alex Smith. This Washington team, never mind that they were 2-6 coming into the game. They were 2-6 under Dwayne Haskins. Under Alex Smith, they are a much better football team. Alex Smith today, 38 for 55. Pretty efficient. 390 yards. 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. I had to I had to look at that twice. Did he not have any touchdowns or interceptions? That was crazy. But yeah, a lot of yards. That just shows you, no touchdowns. We gave up a lot to Alex Smith, obviously, but that was it. No touchdowns. No touchdowns. Which means what? It means we stopped the run. They had 26 carries for 89 yards. They did get 3 touchdowns off of those 26 carries, but they only had 3.4 yards per carry. That's not very good. That's not good. Compared to our 5 yards per carry on just 21 carries. 21 carries, 105 yards. Deandre Swift, the starter, which I thought was a good move. Deandre Swift has earned his position as being the starting running back for this team. No questions asked. 16 carries for 81 yards, 5.1 yards per carry. Adrian Peterson, mad because he didn't get the start. 4 carries for 21 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. Kerryon Johnson had 1 for 3, so 3 yards per carry. Matt Stafford, what a day out of Matt Stafford today. 24 for 33, very efficient. 276 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. That is our leader. That's our leader. Matt Stafford, say what you want about him. He can't win the big game. I've said it too. He can't win the big game. He's kind of proven that's the case. But that's asking him to do a lot because his team doesn't help him out much in that regard. Still, at the end of the day, Matt Stafford's the best Detroit Lions quarterback we've seen in a long time. I'm 33 years old. Again, I will continue to stress the best quarterback I've seen in my entire life. I could see us trading Matt Stafford and getting value for him. I could also see us keeping him for the rest of his entire career if he wants to retire a Detroit Lion. I'm okay with either or. I really am. And if we're going to get rid of Matt Stafford, we dang sure as heck better have a great, not a good, a great option outside of him. Otherwise, I want to keep Matt Stafford. He's been the best I've seen in this organization, and for the most part, he is not the problem. The problem has been a lot more folds. It's been much more than just him. It really has. He was good today, like he usually is. He's very steady. He is what you want. For a lot of teams, Matt Stafford would have already won a Super Bowl. I hate to put it like that, but it's true. He would have already won the Super Bowl for a lot of teams. A lot of teams. Start naming them. Start naming good teams. He would have won the Super Bowl for that team. Remember Peyton Manning when he went to the Broncos that last year when he won the Super Bowl? He wasn't very effective. It was his defense that got him by. It was. And so put Matt Stafford in a Broncos jersey that year. Super Bowl winner. You could do that for a lot of different years. Matt Stafford is a victim of being a Detroit Lion, but you know what? He's faithful to this team, so we won't be too hard on him. I won't, at least. You can if you want to. Matt Stafford's great. I'll end it by just saying, if he had been a Patriot in the Tom Brady years, 3, 4 Super Bowls probably. I said it. Yes, I said it. It's true. That's why I said it. Let's talk about Matt Stafford's targets today. Marvin Jones, 8 receptions for 96 yards and a touchdown. Marvin Jones, old reliable, old faithful, sometimes forgotten in the mix because of all the big name receivers. Great job today. Good job for Marvin Jones. Deandre Swift, 5 receptions for 68 yards and a touchdown. So didn't just run the ball well, also received the ball well. Deandre Swift is the starter on this football team. Well worth the second round pick. Give all the flack that you want to Bob Quinn. He's not a bad drafter. He's not. He's done some bad drafts. Yes. That comes with the territory. But he's had some great drafts. DeAndre Swift was a great pick. TJ Hawkinson was a great pick. Kenny Galladay was a great pick. I could go on and on and on. And there have also been some great offseason acquisitions. Get rid of Matt Patricia? Fine. I've heard those arguments. I'm fine with that. Don't get rid of Bob Quinn. Don't. Because if you get rid of Bob Quinn, you end up with another Matt Millen. And we don't need that. Bob Quinn's the right guy for the job. He needs to continue on with what he's doing. We need to give him time. Continue to give him time. Trust me, you guys have seen me with Jim Harbaugh and all those other videos. I'm not for giving people time if they don't deserve time. Bob Quinn deserves time. He's earned that. So yeah, I've pretty much said what I said. Marvin Hall, 2 receptions for 61 yards. Obviously that long touchdown on the 55-yarder. To start the game off on a positive note. Good job there. Outside of that, outside of DeAndre Swift and Marvin Jones that I mentioned, pretty quiet day out of TJ Hawkinson. Pretty quiet day out of Amendola. Only 3 catches for 10 yards. Hawkinson, aforementioned, had 2 catches for 13 yards. So pretty quiet day out of them. For Washington, their main receivers were Terry McLaurin, 7 receptions for 95 yards. Logan Thomas, the old quarterback out of Virginia Tech, 4 catches for 66 yards. He got us. Isaiah Wright had a good day. 6 catches for 59 yards. But it was all for naught. Again, Alex Smith had 0 touchdown catches. We were up 24-3. Detroit bended, but they didn't break it. That's not proper grammar, I know, but it is what it is. Matt Prater, again, we'll go back to that, really kicked those field goals very well, deep distance. What a great job to be the Matt Prater that we're used to seeing, to be Jason Hanson light. Wonderful job. Detroit Lions get the W. Nothing to be upset about today unless you were hoping for a better draft pick, which, I mean, not gonna lie. Part of me is like, hey, I'm okay with losing this game, but hey, we're 4-5 in the playoff race still, kind of, sort of. We got to go, what, 6-1 pretty much. In my opinion, you have to go 10-6 in the NFC if you want to talk about playoffs. Let's do what we can do. Tough schedule remaining. Tough, difficult schedule remaining, but we can do it. I do believe we can do it. We definitely have the offense to do it. The question is, do we have the defense to do it? That remains to be seen. Guys, thank you so much. We're at, let me refresh this right quick. We're at 978 subscribers on this channel. 22 subscribers away from being monetized. I want to thank y'all. And Phil, my co-host, wants to thank you guys for joining us and watching us on a persistent and consistent basis. We really appreciate it. We're so thankful. You could be doing so many things with your Saturdays, with your Sundays, with your days in general, with your weekdays. You could be doing a lot of things with that time, and we are much appreciative of what you do for us. Thank you so much. We are almost at 1K, baby. 1K. I told Phil it could happen. I wasn't so sure it could. We're almost there. 1K now, 5K later, 10K on the horizon. Let's get it as a community. Subscribe right here if you're a Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons, Detroit Tigers, and or a Michigan Wolverines fan. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Get those out for you guys real soon. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you later. Go Lions.